Gotta educate the people real quick. What's up, YouTube? It's Nice Man. 70 up. What's up, Connor? You doing all right, brother? Hope you're doing good. Oh, I guess you jumped off here. Let's see here. Hope everybody's doing good tonight. Getting on here real quick. Wanted to share a Mailbin. Got some Yankees. Got an Oriole too. And yes, yeah, my wife's in her. I shut the door because she watches TV and she can still hear me. And she's like, about her birthday. I know, day's my birthday, 48 years old. And I'd already shared that I was into this project 2020. And that was not a card, it was a little stamp. But I got some Yankee stuff in. And I did get Topps Project 2020 in. Talk about that for a little bit. Appreciate you, Connor, man. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Hope you're doing good, brother. But I saw two cards that on Project 2020 that I liked. I missed the boat when it was 18 bucks. I'll be straight up. But my wife was like, "When do you want for your birthday?" I said, "I know what I want for my birthday. Can I get this is what I want to get." And so this is one I got. So I will go ahead and share the first one though. Yeah, and I do have the box, but I got the Cal Ripken number 27 card on the Project 2020. Pretty thick. I know there's been some touch holder. It's nice. It's sealed. I'm not cracking it. I hear people cracking it and sending it off to get graded, which I don't think is a good idea. I just think that's a bad idea. Leave it like it is. But I got Cal Ripken. I'm a Cal Ripken fan. Anyway, but I guess the most I gotta admit, man, I do not like the Yankees, but I have always loved this Yankee player ever since I was a kid. Of course, Don Mattingly. I've shared this card before. This is a on card for me for my collection. So that's the original one I pulled as a kid. One touch. I've always had it penny sleeve, top loader, put away. I mean, it's still a sharp card. So that is the card I pulled as a kid from a pack. And it a lot of sentimental value with my daddy, because my daddy would buy me baseball card packs, let me buy them. Well, it was good. So that's in my PC. I'll never get it slabbed just to have it encased. I may do that. But I did get some cards in. And I'd seen them out there before. They come up on eBay every now and again. And there's a couple of them out there right now. But they're the Nestle black and whites. And it's of the same card. And on this one, it actually has the back of the card. So I don't see these that often. The one I do see is the same card, which I do. I put it back here with this card. But I do see this one with that on there. And there's a couple floating around on eBay right now. You can get that for a couple of bucks. Find you a good deal. I wouldn't pay over 10 or 12 bucks for this, even if it's just test proof, because you don't know how many test proofs there are and whatnot. But it's Nestle. I got it as the collector, and then it was a lot. And these two both have test card printed on the front and test proof on one of the cards back. But test card down here, got that D printed up above his head. There's nothing on the back on that one. Same thing on this one on the front. test proof on the back. So I got them. You never know. Let's see. Yeah. That one. I showed that one with the test proof on that one already. But bam! Got him. Got him. They both came in today. They were supposed to be here Saturday, but they weren't. They didn't get here till today, till about 4:45. But super stoked. This isn't about a flip. This is straight up for me PC. Love that card, that image. I think it's great. So Chili, and I'm Cal Ripken Jr. fan too. So I got those in for my birthday. That's really cool. So my wifey did good on that financially, flipping the bill on that. Both of these cards, print runs are under 2,700, I think. Maybe I think their one's 27 and change is the Cal, and I think the Don's down to 2,600. Man, I really wished I would have paid attention when these cards came across Tops. I do get the emails. We're getting the emails, and I just wasn't in it. Every time I looked, I didn't see anything I liked, and didn't honestly see these cards. I just quit checking and get so many dead burn emails. But didn't do that. So, but I'm just super happy. You know, a lot of people complain about, you know, about this project, about these cards, all that kind of stuff, man. I watched a video about a sports card investor. I think as an investor, if you're flipping cards and you weren't on the train pulling out of the station originally on the first part of the cards for sure, probably on the short bus, but who knows? Who knows? But you know, this is not a baseball trading card. Okay, it's not. You got people that are buying these things that don't have anything to do with baseball. They don't have nothing to do with sports card. They like the artist and they follow the artist. I mean, some of these guys have got like 1.4 million followers on their Instagram. I think that's what Blake's got. It's like 1.4 million followers on Instagram or tweet or something. So, I mean, these are people outside of my comfort zone. You know, and I just think that's beautiful. I like those. Now the ones with that are crazy town cartoonish and stuff, I don't care how high they got, I would have never bought them. You know, each their own. Collect what you like. I mean, I ain't faulting you, but there's some people out here that are faulting people for Project 2020 for collecting it and for flipping. If I wanted to flip this, I'd flip it right now and make them. I think they're going. Some of them going $800. But I'm not doing that. This is mine. But there's people talking about busting these out, and I would not do that. I think if you got any kind of artistic value to it, I think that's going to play a lot with that seal being broke on there or not. But that's just my opinion on it. You know, it is kind of crazy that the Ichiro card, Project 2020 card, is actually going for as much as the actual card itself. Crazy, but it's not sports card people doing this. It's people outside the hobby that are getting this. So, you know, and it's good for everybody. It's good for sports cards. It's good for everybody. I think Thursday I heard on a podcast today that the Gary V's getting involved with this now. Thursday he's supposed to be with the Blake Jameson artist on Thursday, and discussing the project. his stuff's going to go through the roof then, just because Gary Vee's touched it, because so many people follow him and takes his advice on startups and, you know, starting your own business, starting your own social media platforms and stuff. Whether you like it or not, it's a fact. It's going to happen. Anywho, I wanted to share my Yankees collection with you, and it's kind of just all over the place, to be honest with you. A couple of cards I got, and a couple of things I got. A couple of things I got from the mail bin. I knew I shared one of these cards with cards on Facebook. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, I still submit stuff to. I've submitted stuff to PSA. I mean, I'll still submit something to PSA, especially if it has anything to do with an autograph chili, since especially with all, you know, if it's a home card, not, you know, from the manufacturer, you know, they're not going to authenticate. It can't be authenticated that way. Then SGC ain't going to touch it. They're gonna kick it back. So, you know, PSA is cheaper on that stuff than Beckett. Yeah, not everybody is. I didn't keep up with it, but I got the one that this is based off of. I like it. I bought it. I like it. I bought it. There's stuff out there I don't like. I won't buy it. You know, I don't think people should just be outright slamming the whole product line, though. I mean, that would be no different than saying, well, if you collect 80s, then you're an idiot because there's so much of it out there. Well, not anymore. It's drying up. You know, don't use SGC kind of arguments. You know, so that's my. I don't know. I ain't venting at George. I don't want you to think that, man. I just got aggravated. I just, you know, hearing just always people being negative. If they're not right, you're wrong, and you can't agree to disagree on stuff, and it just bothers me. There's people out there doing that. I mean, this is like slamming SGC. SGC came out with their hot report today, and that was their birthday gift to me. I looked on there, and you know, it says the very same disclaimer that PSA has. I watched a little bit of Bob's video on it a little bit ago, and went over to SGC's website and compared it, and you know, it's brand new. People are going to find a reason to bitch and moan about SGC, and it just kind of is what it is. Just drinking some decaf tonight. I just want to see new, fresh ideas, inserts, one with no looks like common card code. What are you talking about, Chili? You talking about Project 2020? Because if you're talking about Project 2020, it's 20 of the Ionic, and some of the cards that are considered Ionic cards, I question, with different artists' takes on it. And man, there's all kinds of takes. There's pastels out there. There's black and whites. There's combos. There looks like one that just to me that I drew. I mean, it's just not my cup of tea for that art form, for that type of art that this one guy does that way. But it's one of the ones that are short printed from the very beginning, and it's going for $3,000. You know, I think that was something that bothered me about sports collector, sports card investor, is just I like his stuff. I'm not slamming him or anything, but I think he missed the boat on why sales are up so high on a lot of this stuff. It's not sports card enthusiast or hobbyist that's buying a lot of this stuff. We got a lot of people that are trying to make a quick buck that are buying it, and you got folks that aren't in the community buying it because they follow the artist. But there's some of my Yanks. Don Mattingly guys. The Donners. Man, I really wish Donners and I know they got bought out by Panini and stuff, but I wish they would like get them the MLB contract and share it. No different. That's the Bowman. Another Tops. Is that like 91, 90, 91, 92, something like that? 78, 90. 90 Tops. I stopped collecting in 91, basically, other than a couple of cards I picked up, which I got some stuff coming in. It's going to be pretty cool. Now I do have go Yankees. I do have some McGuire and Canseco stuff, and I'll share that later. I do have 2 of the 87 record breaker cards. And this is all stuff. Oh, just something about these 91 40th anniversary cards. If you get that like funky looking back look to it, it's not Tiffany. They actually glow in the dark. But not all the cards in the set are that way. So if this is a glow in the dark by it's card 100 Don Mattingly, but you can't. This does like really doesn't do it justice, to be honest with you. But it's got a different look. It's not as vivid and bright as a Tiffany card would be, but it's not dull either, if that makes any sense. The blue ink is like a little bluer on them. And those are the ones that glow in the dark in the back. These are the 87 record breakers I got. A lot of people like these. Favorite Yankee is Don Mattingly. Don Mattingly, from my era growing up. Other than that, probably all-time greatest Yankee that I like, Maris, Roger Maris. Especially after watching the movie 61 back in the day. How much crap he went through. And then, of course, the All-Star cards. I do have the All-Star cards for him. I just don't have, I've got them packed. Some of the stuff I've been sorting through today. But I do have the 86 Tops. I got it put together. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I got it packaged together, but I got the 86 Tops, all the All-Star cards. So I got the complete set now. Finally put together and did that. Mailbin. I picked these up. Roberto Alomar with the Padres back in the day. 88 Donners. I could have swore I had this card, and I looked and looked and looked, and the only Padre I had was, of course, the Padre that we all know and love. But I picked these up in a lot. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 8 of the 88 Donners Roberto Alomar rated rookie card. Two of them came penny sleeved and in a top loader, and the rest were sandwiched between them with cardboard. But they're all in good shape. I got 8 of those. I bought them in a lot. So I did that. Got that in. Was happy about that. Some stuff from my age growing up. Man, I'm telling you, y'all, this 80s stuff, and it's only going to get worse. It's almost like a perfect storm. People are coming back in the hobby. People are where did I lose my track? Coming back into the hobby. People are running out of product. So, I mean, it's just, and then this whole thing with, I'm telling you, I just gotta, if it's going to do the trickle down effect like Michael Jordan stuff did, watch out for McGuire, Sosa, Canseco, for sure stuff going to go through the roof. Now you're looking at Frank Thomas and Griffey stuff with Project 2020. People's looking to get the base stuff again. And you would have thought, quote, with junk wax that there'd be so much product out there. I think today Filmington was saying that it's getting hard to find stuff too. I finished watching his video. I took a break and I want to get in, but did want to share these two cards real quick. Both of these guys are in my PC. These are definitely going to get slabbed. I got a stack to get slabbed. I'm kind of, I've got some stuff sent off to SGC, just kind of sitting back waiting for stuff to come back. So we'll see. And then anybody, kind of what Chili's is saying here, y'all, anybody, any of those great guys from the 80s, I think it's going to be trickle down effect on everything that they're going to, their stuff's going to go through. And if you haven't looked at the, what was it, 93 Topps Finest Refractors? I think that was the first year they did refractors. Oh, you want Bo? Well, let me show you these two and I'll pull Bo. Donruss Victor Robles, orange refractor auto, serial numbered, out of 3 out of 75. I PC this young man. And finally got my hands on at a reasonable cost. Probably, honestly, one of the toughest series of cards to grade, year cards to grade across the board, whether it's base, update, chrome update. They get graded hard by PSA, by Beckett, by SGC, everybody. They're all on these boys like I was gonna say a hard on, but I got the red Anthony US 5 rookie card. Got that at a really good price. That was a really good price. Just best offer. Didn't get this in that, so it's pretty cool. Let me pull my bow for you. Hold that. Here, on my bear. I got them right here. What bows I got? I ain't got many. Got his feature star card. Got 3 of his Donruss rated rookies. Got 3 of them. Yeah, anything graded now is just going through the roof. Then I've got the, I thought I had the Leafs for some reason. Could have swore I had his Leafs, but I guess not. And then I've got these Donruss version, the rookie section. I got 3 of them. Yeah, I like Bo. It was funny. I asked my nephew. He's 18. Like, you know who Bo is? He's like, Bo Jackson. You know, Bo Jackson. And then I found the second one. Found them. Because you know what? Bo knows diddly. What up? Man, it looks like he's running with the Gint right there. There's his second year card, no, third year card. There's a red. Grand Slammers. I guess number 12. Yeah, number 12 off of Donner's Red. But it's the Grand Slammies card. Got that. Those are those. That's about all I got tonight, fellas. Getting looks like Jazz Family's got something graded cards, autos, hobby packs, and more. Mystery Box Monday that he's putting out there. I don't know what day is 2000. Really don't even get me started with the 2013 Emerald update. I'm pissed off about that anyway. I had one on eBay. I was talking to the guy and I was like, "Hey man, can you put some better pictures up?" Or I said, email me some pictures, better pictures of the card. And it was the Emerald Chrome. And I'm like, for Anthony. And I'm like, "Can you send those pictures to me?" And he sent them to me via email by saying I posted them that he posted them up on eBay. And when I went over to eBay to see the list, and the damn thing had already sold. So it sat out there. Nobody wanted to buy it because of the pics that he had on it. And then when he uploaded new pics for me, instead of sending them to me for the deal, we put some out on eBay and somebody snatches it up because it was a really, really short card by the pics. Man, I'm still bitter about that one, man. That pisses me off. Because I need a green Anthony, and I'm not paying what they're asking for that. And everything seems to be graded cards with him on the emerald green. And Anthony really doesn't move that much. When it does move, it's guys that PC Anthony. It's not people that are, prospecting a card based on what could happen. So, yeah, they had some lower end ones that on the 2013 Anthony Rendones on the greens. There were a couple out there, but they were dinged up. The ones I saw were dinged up, and they were priced so low. But there's been a couple of guys that's gotten them, and I got a feeling what they've done is they flip, kind of like what they did with that Victor Robles 2018 Bowman Chrome 101 Nationals show card I was telling you about, Bobbles. I think they did the same thing. He bought that. I sat and I didn't move on that card because they wanted $200 for it, and he took it. Guy bought it, took it, and then 2 days later listed it for $500. And I don't know if it ever sold or not, but it was a Bowman Chrome Victor Robles 101 2018 rookie card designation for the national convention. And I think that's what some of these were doing on these emeralds. This is your money. This is more expensive than the gold. You can get the gold. Yeah, I saw that, man. That sucks too. Well, you missed the 17 one, and I missed the 18 one. Do we hold each other and weep? There's no crying in baseball. Yes, there is. You don't get your card. Oh, geez, for $79. Oh God, that's gotta suck. I never saw that listing. Speaking of which, something that's not on the market really. I think there was one out there. I think they're wanting $200 for the set. Is the 2000 All-Star box? It's up to $200 for a sealed box. There's a guy on there. There's only one on eBay I saw over the weekend. But yeah, they a trip. And yeah, those are my cards. Love them. I think they look fantastic. Those are not for resale. These are for the PC. So I'm gonna straighten this back up here because up on top I've got the Eddie Murray authenticated SGC Auto 10 78 rookie card. Up here, I got it. I got the bobble up here is Cal Ripken's commemorative Charlotte Orioles, where he came back. They did a Cal Ripken night at the Knights when they used to be, because they used to be the Charlotte Orioles, and he played for them for single A ball when they're in the Southern League. And then Billy Ripken's All-Star card up there, graded BGS 8. He's up there, and then Billy's F-face cards up there. And then I've got Ripken's Donruss rookie card graded PSA 9 up there. And I got to make room. Got to make room for his brother. And then I've got to fix up Don. I want Don under the light. So I got to move some cards around and shuffle. Kind of like a museum. Y'all do that with your PC on your display, like move cards around and rotate stuff through. Let's see. I'm just reading the comments. What's going on in the box? Shoot, if you want a 2018, I got 2 boxes. I ain't broke the seal on them. We can talk. I got on that bandwagon because Bobbles. He convinced me. It's there for submission. It's submitting. And then I got another batch I want to send in. So I got 2019 there, and I got a couple of 2018. Let's see. Yeah, that SGC I got was running 20-day turnaround was like 32 or 33 days it got back with mail, which is still better than November, the week before Thanksgiving PSA, and getting back at the end of May. 6 months. But everybody's, all the grading vendors, we all know that they all have their positives and negatives. I'm not going to get on here and tell people not to submit to PSA, so I don't want people getting on here telling me not to submit to SGC. And SGC's got their pop report out today. Ball's got a video on it. SGC's has updated their YouTube channel they've had for a while. They just ain't had no videos out there on it. Anything since the Nationals from last year. Unless they pulled that one down and resubmitted a new channel. They've had a channel out there. They just hadn't posted nothing. And they got a how-to, and they also got it on their portal. Everybody I wonder how things are going to go with sales on these cards. I'm wanting to get them back too, because there's a couple I want for myself. Yeah, Balls, you move volume. You move a lot of volume. Oh, let's see. SG order 39 business days. Yeah, I read that. See, my order still to so King. A couple of excited cool beans. But that's about it. I took the day off from work. So I gotta get started early in the morning. My commute, man, it's a hassle, man. Just getting out of the covers, getting up, and taking a shower because I work from home. So I go back to work tomorrow. It's probably going to be ugly. But I wanted to share that. Uh, everything's based off of this one. And you had this one back in the day. I got that one. Yeah, I think that. At least we're supposed to get Connor. Hey, Connor, are you in high school or are you in college? Just out of curiosity. I know my nephew is graduating. He's graduating high school, and they're going to let him walk. It's going to be really weird. Only people in the auditorium will be the graduate and 8 members of the family. Nobody else in there. Graduate cap and gown goes across the stage, shakes principal's hand, gets a picture. Everybody leaves. Next group in. So that's interesting. And my other niece that's in high school, she's yeah, Bobbles. I went for 2 months and didn't have to put gas in mine. Oh man. And it would have been the perfect time to fill up with gas as low as gas prices were when all that started, because the gas prices dropped so bad with the Russians and the Saudis fighting each other on crude oil prices. High school, cool. Yeah, my niece, there's even she's in high school. She's a freshman and was a freshman in high school this year. So it's been interesting. And well, they're talking that they don't even know if they're going to do fall school on time. They're talking about maybe rotating grades out, like an A/B schedule. They're doing it for the grades of actually going to school. So fall sports are all in jeopardy. Into the summer, football practice starts up. So it's going to be interesting what's going to happen. Connor, man, I feel for you kids, man. It's supposed to be time making memories, making good memories. Good memories. 1990. Graduated on my 18th birthday. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, this whole school thing, man. This whole school thing's up in the air. I think California, I think they said state schools out there, state universities, they're not even going to start in the fall. So it's going to be interesting. Yeah. It's interesting. It's crazy what's going on. I mean, it's just, I get tired of hearing this, it's the new norm, but I guess it really is. I hate hearing that term, but I guess it really is. I know in the business world, it's like pushed every technology up 10 years, they say. We're 10 years now ahead. So, with everybody, a lot of people remote working and stuff. But I know Geico is going to, their customer service people, they will not indefinitely be working remotely. They're going to go and go back to the call centers when everybody gets the green light to go. So they said they weren't going to green light everybody to go back to their call centers until all the states could do it at one time. And so I think all of them are out till working remote till August. So yeah, it is, man. It's just crazy. And then everything going on. Just like that, Corona's disappeared. So I don't know, man. It's just jacked up. It's not bad. Like where I live in Concord, and Concord's had a history of race riots. I mean, straight up, the last one was back in '92, I think, was the last one. They actually had somebody die from died on his own vomit from pepper spray in the back of a police car getting transported downtown. And they had a riot. They had several nights of rioting and stuff, called out the National Guard and stuff for that here in Concord. And I lived in Charlotte. I remember that. I was working for the sheriff's office in Mecklenburg County when that happened. But like Concord's not had any issues that I know of that's made the news or anything. The chief of police is very proactive with the community. Actually did a joint letter of condemnation with the NAACP chapter here in Concord, Cabarrus County, and went really good. And my wife's over there throwing quarters at me. So that's what you heard on that one. So good. That's peaceful. But I'm a retired police officer. So, and the one thing that you hate, any good cop hates, is a bad cop. And I'd said this, I told my wife, I said, when I saw it, I said, this ain't this guy's first rodeo. No, this ain't the first time he's done anything like that. He's got some issues. I'd be curious to see what his record was. And then like 2 days later, they said, yeah, they came out and said, yeah, it wasn't his first rodeo. So, but everybody be safe, watch your backs, be careful with your family. When you have certain groups that are out here doing what they're doing, they don't care who you are. They don't care. And that's what they're doing. There's a difference between people that are protesting something like this happening and people that are just destroying shit because that's what they want to do. They don't believe in the left and they don't believe in the right. Look up the definition of anarchy. They're not Democrats and they're not Republicans. So they're just mean people. But anyway, I ain't getting into all that. Anybody did see did you drive? What you drive? I think you with the Virginia State Patrol. Let's see. Some Bradley Metal thinking about getting a non-sitting it. Cool. Well, that's a good thing, Connor. Oh man. So the MLB Players Union sent a contract back over to the owners today. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I laid my ass up in the recliner over here, and I slept most of the day. I don't know how I'm gonna go to bed tonight. But I was trying to listen to it, some of the videos on it. That the Players Union has actually said that they want a longer ball season, sticking with the agreed prorated amount. So they're talking, but man, if we're gonna have ball and they're gonna do spring training, it's counting down with like a week or so. I would say no more than 3 weeks out. If there's not a decision made, I'm gonna say no ball. Last night I was saying there was going to be no baseball at all, but the Players Union sent something back. I think the owners made a mistake, leaking what they did on their original, and they tried to turn the players on each other and trying to turn a lot of the fans on the players. This is a different situation than '94. So typically I would. My stand has been with the owners up until this whole tiered thing came down that they did, and watched Trevor Bauer's video with his agent on there and how she explained it, and with the antitrust laws that are in. And I knew there was antitrust. I knew MLB has a monopoly on these players where they can't go work for anybody else other than the MLB. They can't go to Japan. They can't go to Korea or Taiwan League, Mexican League. They can't play. They cannot play anywhere. Like if you wanted to quit your job and go work for the competitor, they can't do that. And then a lot of these organizations have agreements down with the MLB where the guy, if he wanted to retire, they won't even take a retired player. So there's a lot to it. It's more than just greed and stuff. But this is a lot of stuff that's been festering, which I said I didn't think there would be ball next year in 2021. I figured it was going to be a strike. So I think a lot of the stuff that's been brewing is going to do that. The players union did say, which was pretty cool, that they were open and wanted to be mic'd up. If y'all have ever seen any of the, when you watch the series and stuff, like for the All-Stars and all that stuff, they'll mic them up. There's some YouTube videos out there. Y'all watch them. The players, a lot of the fan favorites get mic'd up, and they're talking to people, and they're wanting to interact like on TikTok and all this other kind of stuff, Zoom. They're wanting to interact with the fans, and the owners, have to agree to that. So they're wanting to do that. They're wanting to do more interaction with the fans and stuff, and that's what they've hit back in this contract a little bit from what I've taken it. Yeah. So you watched the Freeman's when he was mic'd up. Yeah. See, Chile knows what I'm talking about. Loved it, man. It's pretty cool what they're doing, And then the Nats did it. A couple of their players did it during the playoffs, and it was at the. Let's see, Trey Turner did it. Juan Soto did it, and I'm trying to think who else. There was somebody else from the Nationals that got mic'd up, and it's a hoot. Like they're at BP, and you're like, guys won't talk to them because they're mic'd up, or they'll talk to them and they don't realize they're mic'd up, and they're like, whoop. It is funny. It is some cool stuff. But yeah, y'all, if you haven't seen any of that stuff, YouTube it, man. It's pretty cool. With them getting mic'd up like that, and they actually, like, during the game, they want to be able to, like, do a call from the dugout to a fan, like social media stuff. I mean, that is just like, oof, and somebody like Connor's age would appreciate that way more than I would, and I like it, and I think it's cool. Because baseball is boring watching it on TV. I mean, I can't do it. I'll have it on, but I'm doing other stuff. Now, going to the baseball game in person is two separate things. It's apples and oranges. So yeah, y'all. But I definitely, if you've got any questions about how this tiered system proposal from the owners went down, go to Trevor Bauer's YouTube page, and him and his agent. She explains it. She's an attorney. She's law school, and and the antitrust law that's discussed in law school is the MLBs from the 1920s. So, I mean, we're dealing with law from the 20s. So, that was funny, Bobbles. That was good. I don't know if I ever said this. When I went down to, me and my wife went to spring training this year, and the Astros and the Nationals share a spring training facility, and it's awesome. It was like super fat nice. But the first game we went to, they had it on TV, actually recorded it here at the house while we were in Florida. And it's, we were sitting on the first baseline up against the fence and eating and whatnot. And actually, if you watch the game, you can see me and Mom on TV. It's pretty funny. But there's a trash can right behind me. Bam, bam, bam. It was hilarious. It was hilarious. Hilarious. And this was like right after the dude got popped by the Astros for bringing in the sign and it's just that, they're cheaters or something like that. And then they comes back the next day with another sign, and it says they're still cheaters, but they took my other sign too, or something like that. And it was like that same week that happened. So it was funny. If you've never been to spring ball, that's something to be on your bucket list. That's been on my bucket list. If they have spring ball next year, we're definitely going back. If down in Florida, and I know the Cactus League is out towards on the West Coast, and it's the Grapefruit League down in Florida. So I got to see the Nationals play the Astros, the Rays. Saw Wander Franco play 2 games. Kid has never seen a kid play before, and oh my God, just wow. And then they got, and I saw him play the Mets. I went to the Mets facility. That's where I met Rizzo. I actually met Mr. Lerner at the Nationals facility for the Rays game. So I met him. He was really nice. People didn't realize who he was. And like Rizzo was like cool. He sat like four rows down in front of me at the Mets game, and got up and went to the bathroom, got a hot dog and drink and stuff, and was eating. Got done eating and was going back to my seat. There's I said, "Hey, Mr. Rizzo," I said, "Hey, I'm a Nats fan and I'm wearing Nats stuff. Cool. Hey, I'm a fan. Can I get a picture?" And he got a picture with me. He was like, "Is that a good picture? You want to, you need another picture if I'm not happy with that one?" And we talked for probably about 2 or 3 minutes, and a super nice guy, down to earth. Mr. Lerner was pretty cool. He asked how I was enjoying it, where I was from, all that kind of stuff. I mean, he acted like he was interested in talking to the fans and getting their input. So I thought that was really cool. Now, Chili's, is there any spring training in California? Because it seems like I've heard that is it the Dodgers or the Angels? They go to that island off the coast of California where you can't have no motor cars. I know there's a lot of them in Arizona, but it seems like I can't think of the name of that island. You can't have no cars on it. It's all golf carts and stuff, I think. And you got to like either fly over or take a ferry over. I want to say there's one there. Somebody does their spring ball there. For some reason, I thought it was the Dodgers or the Angels or somebody like that. I remember hearing that this year, which I thought was kind of weird that they did that. So I thought everybody played in Arizona. But I guess there's oceanfront in Arizona too, like George Strait said. Sorry. But yeah, man, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I can't believe we all chatting on here, and it's 54 minutes and 7 seconds into this thing on a 10 o'clock into hashtag Dirty South. Alcatraz? Nah, that's San Francisco. Oh, yeah. No, God dang, what's the name of that island? I have to Google it real quick. Who was it? Oh, here it is. Let's see. Cactus League, the Diamondbacks playing Scottsdale, the Cubbies playing Mesa, the Reds playing Goodyear, so does the Indians, Rockies playing Scottsdale, Glendale, the White Sox playing Glendale, California, so do the LA. The Angels playing Tempe this year, the Royals playing Surprise, the Brewers playing Phoenix, Oakland plays in Mesa, San Diego Padres playing Peoria, the Rangers playing Surprise, the Mariners playing Peoria, and the Giants playing Scottsdale. They must have done it one other time or something before. Let's see. Grapefruit League. The Braves playing Sarasota. So is the Orioles. Red Sox playing Lee County. Tigers playing Lakeland, Florida. The Astros playing West Palm Beach. The Marlins playing Juniper. That's where the Nats used to be at. The Twins playing Lee County. The Mets playing Port St. Lucie, which is a pretty. Their parking sucks. They got a nice facility, but their parking sucks. The Yankees playing Tampa. The Phillies playing Clearwater. The Pirates played in Branton. The Cardinals playing Juniper. Of course, the Nationals playing West Palm Beach. The Blue Jays playing Dunn, and Tampa plays in Charlotte County. So I thought that's pretty interesting. That's pretty cool. That was for 2020. Catalina, yes, it. I want to say the Dodgers played 1 year on Catalina Island. That may have been up a discussion. That's it, Catalina Island. Thank you. Prom, trout, prom, Griffey, or prom, Mantle. Trout. Chili's is Griffey, easy. Mantle, Willie Mays. Mantle had a better prom, but Mays had a better career. So, man, good chat tonight. Sip of coffee. Oh man, Mickey Mantle. Not a Mickey Mantle fan. I like Maris. Roger Maris. He went through a lot of difficulty during making that run. I think he was just an average guy, just average Joe, and all that. Imagine that going on now. They're going to need to do something. I'm curious, is Trout going to say anything with the contracts, because they keep bringing up how much money he'll be losing since he's the highest paid active player. Is he going to say anything? It's going to be interesting. Y'all better watch out for those refractors, man. All that stuff with Griffey and Sosa, McGuire, Frank Thomas, all these guys, man. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Me and Connor were talking about that earlier. Chili's was 61 is a great movie. One reason I like Mantle, Maris, Roger Maris. It's because of that movie. Yeah, all those refractors and stuff. Man, I was just looking at it saying, man, it's just crazy money already, and it's just going to get worse. I mean, look at PSA 10 stuff for like Cal Ripken Jr.'s going through the roof. PSA 9 stuff's moving. PSA 8 stuff's moving. I'm just curious about all this stuff. I was really surprised about how some of these rookie cards are from guys that I had growing up are, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's prices across the board. The best sideburns I've ever seen, I'm going to have to say. Sideburn. Eddie Murray had some sideburns. Look at his 78 rookie card. It's almost a beard. Best mustache is Rolly, though. Home run pointing to the sun. But we'll see what happens. I guess Cards is working. Cards didn't jump on here tonight. I know he's been working a lot of extra. Why he could. You know. Chili, they talking about furloughing y'all. The Cards have made a comment that it was taught that prior to when y'all's governor had said that they were even talking about furloughing before that. Just out of curiosity, I ain't getting in your business. Now, a lot of these prices are people that are reason a lot of, I honestly think it's a combination of things. People, I'd said this when the Rona happened. I got a video. Don't believe me? Go back and watch it. I said, I got a feeling, you can't take sports cards and equate it to the stock market or investments. It's two different beasts. It's two separate beasts. And the prime way you can look at it is when the economy took a tank earlier in the 2000s. Sports cards did not take a tank as bad as the economy. It didn't equate. It wasn't even close to being equating. So I think now you've got so many different little things. It's almost like a death of 1,000 needles kind of thing, but it's so many needles, and it's boosting. I mean, you got different factors. You got guys that are tennis shoe guys coming in. You've got guys that do brakes. Brakes have gone off the hook. And then you've got the Gary Vee effect. You got people that watch Gary Vee, and they're wanting to promote their business, and they listen to him because he's been such a success. But he also says with his successes, he has numerous failures, and that's what a lot of people don't realize is that you're going to fail. So fail, and it's about, he preaches getting back on the horse and riding again. So you got people that are trying to do the Gary Vee thing. Then you've got people like myself that have come back in the hobby that are in their 40s, where, especially with the 80s stuff, they've gotten back into the hobby. So the 80s stuff is disappearing. It's nostalgia. Okay. Well, then to get certain cards that I like, I have to, because I don't have that extra disposable income to get certain cards that I like. And those certain cards that I like is that they're graded. When I was in collecting and I left collecting, PSA, SGC back, none of that was around. You didn't have that. Chili does a very good video where he kind of talks about this, is where these, like, you get a card back in the day, and it's serial numbered one in 1,000, 2,000, whatever. Oh my God, it's serial numbered. It's huge. Now people are getting cards where, and a prime example is the one that I shared earlier. There's a card like this, and it's serial numbered on the back, and it's 3 of 75 cards. Only 75 images with that auto, with this type of card is 75. Now they could have that different position and it be another 75 card serial number, but supposedly this is it. So people are there's that. You got that to go up. You got so you've got that effect. You've got guys, and people were still going to have disposable incomes. They're going to get bored. They get on the internet. They do it during the weekends anyway. That's why auctions are like they are on eBay, is because that's when people are getting on eBay. They're bored on Sunday nights and they're buying shit. So you still had that effect. You got the casinos are shut down. There's nothing to bet on. You got that influx coming in. They're getting their fix and then the breakers. I don't fault breakers for getting theirs. They're working an angle. They've got it, but it's killed the hobby, I think. Oh, sorry about that. I didn't just saw that getting caught up. So some of the stuff that I do is I'll buy a product and then flip it, so I can buy certain cards that I want that may be more scarce than this, because now I've gotten where I like oranges. I like oranges and reds, and those are the two worst colors to get because they're high end. They're higher priced, but I just like them, and I'm an idiot. So, but I like my 80s stuff too. So I don't know what to do with a lot of my 80s stuff. That's why I like this. Going back to my childhood. Nostalgic. It's going back to my childhood. So I'll be honest. See? Juan Gonzalez. Yeah. I'm telling you, y'all. Telling you, I've been saying this. It's going to be a trickle down effect. What happened with MJ? All the players around MJ prices went up. Pippen, everybody saw an increase in sales. It may not be high end stuff, but it's volume of stuff getting moved. May not be high price stuff, but volume is moving off these guys because of MJ. I can't get the MJ card, so I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get the next thing. I'm gonna get Scottie Pippen. One of the most undervalued basketball player in NBA history, probably, on his skill set and what he got paid. Look at Shaq. Shaq stuff's going through the roof. Speaking of Shaq, I watched what was it? Blue Chip. Blue Chip's on HBO. I think it was on HBO today. The movie he is in when he first got to the NBA. So all that stuff with McGuire and Sosa, telling you McGuire stuff's going to go through the roof. In the roof. I'm gonna leave Reggie alone. I ain't bringing Reggie Jackson over here. His A stuff. Hey. That's from my collection, but like this McGuire stuff, raw is going to sell. Graded cards are going to go through the roof. If you find this card and with a greenback in it, you better grab it if it's not counterfeit. But it's that classic. It's all stuff I've had since I was a kid, y'all. What you think that's going to be? Got all these. Even that clown's card might do something. I'm not going to show Ricky Henderson because it's it's pitiful. I do like that one. We're leading into Conseco. All Conseco cards. Very good, Chili. I know you like them. Sports Flip. All that stuff's going to, especially graded stuff. If you got something that's graded, it's graded. I'd say even graded 8s. And you were looking to flip it, it may be your time. But all these cards are just so hard to grade. Like, yeah, that's a good card, but it's off center. That ain't going to grade. That ain't no 10. If people want 10s because they don't know. They don't understand you get the card, not the slab. They just. Off center, left to right. Off center, left to right. Left to right. I mean, both off centered. And that's the vast majority of these cards. And I've got 86 Topps cards that are miscut that they were cut that way by Topps, and I'd like to send them in, but they ain't gonna take them because of the way they cut. So I don't know, man, but I think it's PSA Collector. He uses the term low hanging fruit, and I guess you could apply that if you didn't have certain cards, and you weren't scrupulous and you wanted to dump, people being dumb, you could dump a bunch of cards on the market. But like low hanging fruit, even Dusty Baker, low hanging fruit. So especially, only imagine what Dusty's cards could have done if there was ball with him being down at the Astros, and with this stuff program coming out, retro going back, hey, Dusty's back at base, that kind of thing. You think of it that way, you work an angle on it. And, because there's people that like collect manager cards. I know Bart, the PSA guy, I think he collects all the certain, I forgot which ones, but it's all the managers from the Nationals. He's a Nationals fan. And he does that. He's working on the complete set for the Nationals with all the managers. So, which I thought was pretty cool. And some of them are autos, I think. So, but yeah, Bart, the PSA guy, he's a Nationals fan. But yeah, I'm just. Do you sell it? If you've only got one, and I've only got one, do you sell it? If this thing becomes a hit, what's the deal? Who knows? Who knows what it's going to do? But I think it's going to be a trickle down. He's going to make a resurgence. He's making a resurgence already. Especially with his top project 2020 stuff, people are going to be looking for the base cards for their collections. I think there are going to be guys that maybe like me that may not have cards for certain players, and they're looking to get them, and that may drive the price up too. Who knows? I don't know. It's crazy times we live in. Y'all, I enjoyed it, man. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight, man. Yeah, I get the card. That Eddie Murray card up there is a SGC 10 auto. The card itself is probably a 8, maybe. It's off centered. I mean, it's in good shape, but it's off centered left to right. But it got a 10 auto grade. 1978 tops. They weren't concerned. They're not concerned like they are today about cards being centered. The cards didn't have value. They were literally printed on a piece of cheap cardboard. So I mean, I just don't, So if you find an Eddie Murray 1978 rookie card PSA 10, oh my God, you're paying $500 for that card. It's not even an auto. I got that one for under $100. No, it's 100 change. My bad. That's the other part. But it's a 10. It's SGC 10 auto. And that's something else to look for too, y'all. Is these older SGC cards, with the old scale grade on there. I've gotten educated on it a little bit. So there is you can tell what the old grades are equivalent to now, and would it be worth getting it recased or getting it resubmitted and saying, hey, take a look at it. Maybe a 96 or a 97, maybe that could grade out to a SGC 10 now. Or would an old SGC 100 possibly grade out, because they didn't have it back then, grade out to a pristine 10? Who knows? You're not going to know. You got maybe some cards you may want to risk, the upfront cost on it. Let's see. I'll look that up for you right now, Connor. Get logged in here. I'd share my screen with you, but it doesn't do this on YouTube. So let's do card grading here. We're here to help me. I'm looking. Services and pricing. That might help if I clicked on that. Let's see. For each $10,000. Okay, no, we ain't worried about that already. Which means $10 a card, values on $250. Let's see. All right, here we go. Ooh. Well, that's pricing for oversized raw card grading, crossovers, and reviews. Oversized items are 3.5 by 5.5. Let's see. Custom cut inserts pricing for reholders. Okay. Reholder services are provided for SGC holders that are unopened, scratched, chipped, cracked, or otherwise damaged. If the holder is open, the card must be regraded and the appropriate grading fee is due. These are approximate turnaround business days. Declared value of under $1,500 card for a 20-day turnaround on that is $10. For a 5-day turnaround is $25. For a 2-day is $85, and for a 1-day is $250 for any card under $1,500 of the declared value. SGC will grade a pack pulled pre-certified autograph card post 2000. Cards SGC does not grade. SGC can grade most items and issues that measure 7x9 or smaller. SGC will grade most of the issues cataloged in various publications. The following is a list of a few issues SGC does not grade, and they have the do not grade list on there, so you can check that out. All that's on the card grading. If you go to SGC, go to card grading at the top, and then click on services and pricing and just scroll down, and they have a lot of information on that, on oversized shipping, all that stuff. So no, you're welcome, brother. Not a problem, man. Let's see. All right, well, y'all be good. Thank y'all for joining. Hope y'all stay safe. Keep your families and loved ones close to you. But always remember, keep your head up, eyes up, head on the swivel. Deuces. I'm out. Peace out. Y'all be safe. Have a great evening. If I can find the end button.